Hi everybody, this is Jody with Jody's Kitchen. Today I'm going to be making minestrone in bread bowls, and the recipe is really easy for the bread bowl. You just use my hamburger bun dough and add like a 1/4 cup more flour, and I'll kind of show you how to get them in that shape. But the minestrone it's a wonderful Italian soup, and it's a broth soup, basically a tomato-based broth. You have your cream soups, and then you have your broth soups. Broth soups are more healthy for you than the cream ones because it's got less starch, less carbohydrates, what have you. But this has got some pasta in it. There's many different variations of minestrone, and today I'm going to make mine, and I'm going to show you how to do that, plus make the bread bowls. And I'm also going to be making some oatmeal cookies, so you don't want to miss that. Let's get started. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you how to make these bread bowls. I've got my dough already in the pan that comes with my bread dough machine. And I got a pan here, and I've got some parchment paper laid out. What I'm going to do is turn it out. Nice. Get the paddle out. Okay. Now, I'm not an expert at this, and I had to watch videos on how to make shape these bread doughs. So, you and I are going to be learning together. Alright. One thing that I saw them do is they did have a greased area. So, I'm just going to spray a little bit there. And what I want to do is I want to make 6 of those bread doughs. So I'm going to, or the bread bowls, I'm going to cut it in half and then cut it in thirds. Let's see. Bring it over here so everybody can see. There's my half. So I'm going to cut it about here and then here. So that I've got 6 equal parts. And I'm also going to do a video on how to use these as a leftover. You'll be amazed. Completely and totally amazed. Set these over here. Okay, got my other. What I saw them do is they went like this, put it out on there, kind of like that, folded it over like this, and then they flipped it like that, and then started doing this to get it into a ball and stay in a ball. So you just roll it around with the palm of your hand, you know, not flat but cupped, because you're keeping it in that ball formation. Okay, look at that, very nice. I'm going to set that over here. Start with the next one. Make sure I've got plenty of spray. Like I said, push it out like that. Do it again. And then cup it underneath. Cup it underneath. And then take the palm of your hand, make a cage over it, and start rolling it around. Don't give it any freedom to go out on the sides. Just keep your fingers down, like I said, in a cage. Okay, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. I see a pattern here. Spray it each time. So we push it down, toss it, make it to where it's kind of dome-like, and then do a cage over top. Just roll it around. Don't give it any freedom to come out the side of your fingers or in between your fingers. I have very small hands, so it wouldn't be hard for it to do it, but just, like I said, make a dome in a cage. Okay, look at that. Gorgeous, guys. I'm happy and proud of myself. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, in order to get that kind of hard, but not hard, but a chewy texture that bread bowls have, is I'm going to put these covered up in the refrigerator for like 4 hours. Now, you know, refrigerating them will give it that chewy texture. So whatever soups you put in it, or even if you want to put dips in it, it's not going to, you know, come out. It's going to have a nice hard crust, and it's going to be chewy. Again, I have forgotten to get some saran wrap, but I've covered these up with some foil. Look how nice and huge these things are. Trying to put my hand out there, you know, kind of give it a comparison. I'm going to let those rise for a little bit longer, and then in the refrigerator they're going to go, because I want them to get, turn them around here on the stove so they even heating. Okay, because I want these to get a nice chewy texture for the crust, so that, you know, our soup doesn't go all the way through or break through it. So I'm just going to let that sit there for a little bit longer, and then in the refrigerator for a couple of hours, and then we'll take them out for a half hour, let them sit, and then put them in the oven 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. Oh, and we're going to do an egg wash over them, but you'll get to see me do that. Okay, here we've got our bread bowls, and one of the things that I researched was it was better to score them on the top so that they can kind of puff out. And I just got them out of the fridge, so we need to let them sit for like a half hour before we put them in the oven. I'm just scoring, I'm not cutting all the way down. And hopefully this will give us a really good way of, you know, getting that chewy but thick crust on the outside so that our soup doesn't run through it. Okay, now what I'm going to do is make an egg wash to go over it to make it really crispy. All you need is just one egg and a tablespoon of water. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, like I said, just a tablespoon of water and an egg beaten. Then what we're going to do is just brush it all over. Our bread bowls. My granddaughter's going to eat with us, so the little one would be perfect for her. Okay, and like I said, we're just going to let them sit out for like a half hour. Help bring them up to room temperature. And then we're going to put them in the oven in a 350 degree oven for about 30 minutes. But I'm going to be checking on it periodically just to make sure that if I need to take them out early or leave them in just a little bit longer. But you want to get that egg wash all the way around. Okay, here we've got our bread bowls. Just take a serrated knife and go at an angle, just a couple of inches down in there. And then pull the top off. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take out the center. This is still really warm. And then what we're going to do is fill it up with our minestrone. I think I'll top it with some cheese. Put just a little bit more liquid in there. And just top it off like that.